Arsenal in advance talks to sign Viktor Gyökeres from Sporting, says David Ornstein. Arsenal in advance talks with Sporting over a deal to sign Viktor Gyökeres. A move for the 27-year-old striker is not done as discussions continue over the potential transfer fee. But the situation is progressing towards a conclusion. Come man, light now, man. It's been too long. Let's get this done, man. Come on. I don't even think it's Arsenal. Gyökeres has done his part. We're doing our part. Sporting, it's over now. Come on. Come on. Be sensible. It's done now. When Arsenal knock, it's a different kind of knock. Personal terms are in place on a proposed 5-year contract. Fair. Because people look at, oh my God, he's 27. He's not 97, bro. 27 is a good age. And if a club is really proactive in that 5-year period, you're looking for the next Sesko kind of emerging guy or the next Gyokeres. It's just like, Gabriel Magalhaes ain't going nowhere. We hope Saliba signs a new deal. And let's assume Saliba does sign a new deal. You've got to be looking at that long-term right-sided centre-half. Anyways, Arteta is pushing to have the situation brought to a swift conclusion ahead of his squad's return to pre-season training. Gyokeres is one of Europe's most in-demand players after scoring 54 goals in 52 games in 2024-25 as Sporting won the Portuguese League and Cup double. The Athletic reported on the 30th of March that Arsenal were developing a strong interest in Gyokeres, who had been admired for some time by their newly appointed sporting director, Andrea Berta. Last month, Federico Varandas, their president, insisted the club had yet to receive any offers for the striker and said his side would not succumb to blackmail and insults as speculation over the future of the Sweden international continues. I don't think Arsenal or anyone that tried to buy him has insulted Sporting. That's probably, again, Gyokeres' agent and Sporting, they're doing all the most. But what I would say, you've seen it with Sesko now, you've seen it with Gyokeres. A promise is a comfort to an idiot. You see why gentlemen's agreements got no place in business. I wish we lived in a world where people were men and women of their world, of their word, and they shook hands. You see, in business, it's a dirty game. If it's not in cold-hearted writing, you fucked, lad. So yeah, man. And then Gyokeres returns to these shores after spending time at Brighton, Swansea, and Coventry, doing what he's doing. Sesko has been tracked by Arsenal for some time as they seek to add a forward to Mikel Arteta's side. We all know he signed a new deal last summer. Probably shouldn't have signed that, even though he probably got bread. They didn't get Champions League football. That clause removed, that new contract removed this 65 million euros release clause, people, but was signed with a mutual understanding that when the right project arrives, Sesko would be allowed to leave for a fair price. I don't blame Leipzig. The game's the game. Because if I got a striker like Sesko or even Sporting Lisbon case, and I've got Gyokeres, I know the British club's got money. The striker market's dead. We need peas. We need to reinvest. Obviously, regardless of where Sporting are going for that new striker, whoever they're trying to buy, that club is going to go, you just got a lot of money from Arsenal, didn't you? We said 30 million. It's now 45. The same going with Sesko, etc., etc. So I don't blame them for that. We know we ain't got a number 9. We know Gyokeres offers much more than goals. I've seen enough with his general play and all of that stuff to think he can benefit. Works the channels well. Fucking bully as well. I'm on this, people. An Arsenal delegation arrived in Alvalade. I tried on Friday and managed to unblock the impasse with Sporting. Viktor Gyökeres will join Arsenal for a fixed fee of around 65 million euros with add-ons between 10 to 15 million euros, 5 million of which will be easily achieved based on appearances. That is being reported by CNN Portugal. The first person I saw talk about Gyokeres today was Romano. We are now getting closer to the signing of Gyokeres after new rounds of talks in recent hours. Gyokeres will not return for training at Sporting as he is fully focused on leaving the club. Arsenal now advancing. Nothing done yet, but discussions underway. Gyokeres has reached total agreement with Arsenal on contract terms and informed Sporting about his desire to join Arsenal. No intention to discuss other options, only to proceed with Arsenal as soon as possible. And the one thing I would say, yeah, if he will leave his missus, who, remember, she came out and said, oh yeah, me and his uncle said we want to stay in Portugal. If he will leave his missus to sign for Arsenal, for Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, what the hell is he on doing to score a goal? We need this. He's got the dog in him. He seems like a humble beat. Hey, we're gonna be lit. Hey, come on, man. But Arteta, please. We can do something here. We could have a serious front three. The stars are aligning. I look to my right. I see Bakayo. I look to my left. I don't quite see Eze or Rodrygo, but maybe. Gyokeres is crap. You're like them guys who try to talk to a pretty babes and say your butters anyways. Dead. It's cool. Say that without crying. You wanted him. It's cool though. It's cool. United are not in talks with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. United are not in talks with Dominic. Is that a rumor or is that true? God, please. The Red Devils deserve all the misery. Well, you know what? To be fair, United have got to watch their budget. They got to fix the roof. They got to get VAR screens. They got to do a lot, man. You know, sacking off dinner ladies and things like that. Hopefully, you know, dinner ladies come work for Arsenal. Won't do you like that. Arsenal are set to pay 56 million fixed fee for Gyokeres, 8 million, 13 million in add-ons. Of the 8 to 13 million, among the more difficult objectives that could translate into more money for Alvalade is a possible Ballon d'Or win or Arsenal becoming European champions. I bet as a liar, you know, man said Ballon d'Or. It's like them football manager terms. That's a lie. For the last 2 weeks, Marcel Schaefer, who is the director of football at Leipzig, refused to negotiate lower than 90 million euros, probably trying to provoke a bidding war. The mission then became very clear. Arsenal now trying to close a deal for Gyokeres, talks on going over the structure of the fee and add-ons. Again, Arsenal will close an agreement with Sporting for Gyokeres in a deal that could reach 80 million euros today. And then I'm not going to read this again, people, but we did see the Sun report like 24 hours ago. There's a growing sense of fear and anxiety at Leipzig around the future of Sesko. Long story short, the quicker they sell him, it buffers their own transfer kitty. As it says here, they think Sesko will be the man to fill up their kitty. I've read that about 3 times and it still makes me laugh, people. So yeah, you have to find that balance. They're clearly being greedy. His agent don't want to really damage relations at Leipzig. Realistically, it might not be Arsenal, but you're going to get a move. And to be brutally honest with you, it might help sitting on your ass for a year, because there's going to be teams that need a striker next year. Barcelona is one of them. So yeah, apparently we thought 60 million is a nice price. They're saying 70. We've seen it all the way up to 90 million. So that's about 80. You see why you shouldn't have signed that new deal where you had cold-hearted evidence of that release clause. But people would tell me footballers are the one that's greedy. Gyokeres, this guy in Sweden, people, the ITKs of this world are saying he's knowledgeable, so it's further confirmation. Gyokeres is just details away from being confirmed for Arsenal. The parties are finalising the last bits and hope to reach an agreement soon. The deal is thus expected to be the most expensive Swedish transfer ever. Again, Ben Jacobs is thrown in. Gyokeres has told Sporting he won't return for pre-season training and wants to move to Arsenal. Berta is trying for 70 million euros. Sporting 180. So yeah, man, stop sweating over the small stuff. You lot want Lokonga? Split the difference. DG excited. I can't sit still. Barca don't pay more than 60 million. This Sesko guy was trouble from the jump. The minute he signed that deal, I knew his agent. Go get his P's, man. Go and get his P's, man. All that talk about Sesko only to do a whole 360 for Gyokeres, multiple streams of investment for the win. Let's move. Let's do, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. All this just to finish second. That's great. You lost to Spurs in the final. You bite your arm off a second. That was great. Type that without crying, bro. Type that without crying. Please. It's all right, man. We can run backs, but it's cool. You wanted Gyokeres. Don't lie. You wanted him in it. You wanted him in it. Former manager over there. You wanted him in it. You was doing I know you lot were doing starting 11s of Cunha and Buemo, who still hasn't signed. And Gyokeres, it's cool, man. It's fine. It's cool, bro. It's cool, brother. It's cool. You shouldn't get excited anyways. You've seen Ronaldo return, make a big song and dance about Jadon Sancho, brought Casemiro to the Prem, and done fuck all. You can say what you want about my football club and trophies. My football club ain't ever getting to no final, let alone a European final, and losing to Spuds. Big up the Spuds. But it's poetic, though. All you lot did was twerk for Manchester City. They dumped a treble on your head back. All you lot do is skin out your batty for Spurs. They won. It's cool though, man. You thought you was gate crashing your way into the champs. Take that without crying. Anyways, tears of joy because Zubimendi's finally an Arsenal player. It's been confirmed, people. He is an Arsenal player, and it's on the website. So on the website, I'm excited about Zubimendi. I'm not gonna lie. I do have a slander name if it don't bang. I'll give it away for free. The game Zubimendi, but I think he's going to be fucking mustard. I can't lie to you. We don't know what this guy's going to change our lives in midfield. You don't have no clue what he's going to do for us, Arsenal fans. Do you know how much? Do you know him and Rice are going to do a Mazzolini? Me just cool. Apparently, he said this is a huge moment in my career. This first move of your career, 26, isn't it? It's the move I was looking for, and one I wanted to make. Rejected Liverpool and Real Madrid. We are shameless. As soon as you set foot here, you realize how big this club is and this team are. I set my sights on Arsenal because their style of play is a good fit for me. Okay. What time period was this? They have shown their potential recently, and the best is yet to come. Andrea Berta said, "We are so happy to bring Martin to Arsenal and have a lot of pride in finalising this transfer. Martin was a key target for us, and we all know that he's a perfect fit for our squad with the high quality he has. We welcome Martin and his family to the club. I second that on behalf of every Arsenal fan. We look forward to him settling in with his teammates and are very excited to see him playing in an Arsenal shirt. If you haven't hit the like button or subscribed, what are you doing?" Arteta said, "Martin is a player who will bring a huge amount of quality and football intelligence to our team. Thinkers, man, footballer, as seen with his interceptions and all of that. He will fit in really well, and he has all the attributes to be a key player for us. The standard he has consistently performed at over the last few seasons for both club and country is exactly why we are so excited to have him with us. We all welcome Martin and his family to the club. He'll wear number 36. I wonder what the meaning behind the 36 is. Hey, 36. If you know, you know. Shout out to those who do. He's worked with Areola. He's worked with Jabi Alonso. He's from Spain, like Mikel Arteta. He's from the same region. We know what he did off the bench in the Euros. We know he knows Mikel Merino. Is that next year? Shout us, you know. Don't think because we're getting Gyokeres. Yeah, is that? Trust me, shout us. So yeah, 36. Martin will be donning the number 36, a number that's close to the midfielder's heart. He wore the jersey in 2019 when making his debut for Sociedad. He went on to play in the 36 jersey on 52 occasions before switching to number 3 and then 4 for the remainder of his Real Sociedad career. Okay, cool. So you've got 36. Declan Rice has made 41 his own. I want to start a petition that Miles Lewis-Skelly has to always be number 49. Arsenal connection. Come on. It's a link up here, man. Don't worry, man. We'll show you around. We'll show you around. And he is an Olympic champion. Well, not a champion, but you get the point. And he has won stuff. What a player Santi was. Sorry, people. I do a lot for... Oh, he plays chess. Okay. So I always think you're an intelligent Don, but you play chess. All right. And you do break lines. Oh, I didn't even know Kepa. Well, he would be from the Basque region. So it's one thing Spanish. They're all from the similar region. I wonder where Inaki Kanya figures into all of this, people. What's this? Is this the same thing? I set my sights on Arsenal. Once I made the decision to leave, I set my sights on Arsenal because I think their style of play is a good fit for me. It's a young, but to be fair, you're one of the oldest. Well, not oldest, but you're 26. One of the more experienced, I should say. It's a young, highly motivated and ambitious team. They've shown their potential recently. I believe the best is yet to come. As soon as you set foot here, you realize how big the club is and this team are. Andrea and Mikel took excellent care of me leaving with no doubts whatsoever. This is a huge moment in my career. It's a culture shock. You've gone from what I describe as probably more tranquil environments in Spain to busy London and whatnot. So yeah, it was a bit of a culture shock, but don't worry, man. It's all calm, man. This is a huge moment in my career. It's a move I was looking for. I wanted to make. Of course, it's a big change, but I'm ready to get started. Fair enough. We have a lot in common. We came from the same city and played for the same teams. We all have something to talk about off the pitch. I'm happy with that. What has he said here? Apart from how hard Martin works on the pitch, I was surprised by how much he works off the pitch in the gym. That must be cardio and Pilates. It can't be the weights. He's 100% focused on his fitness for real. It's difficult when you're on loan, but Martin experienced all of that. I'm happy to be here with them. I've played many games alongside Merino over the years. It's important because it will make the transition much easier for me. I'm sure that will be a great help. Fair play, man. And welcome, my guy. Where's the pictures, them? Where's the pictures? Okay. You're here. Big bad Berta patterning. Yeah. Win the dog. Yeah. Okay, let's skip past that. I don't want to see his nipples. Show me the kits. Yeah. 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 Sly wife for that, but I mean, what's this in the darkness for? All right. Well, welcome, lad. Welcome, lad. Welcome, lad. It's almost a bit surreal, even though it feels like you've been here for 20 years. What phone is that? Is that if that's not iPhone, is that Android? Oh, he's one of them. You're actually a good guy. I mean, I'm not going to read this, but in predictive, whenever Arsenal announce a signing, you know, the journalists come out and act like it's so innovative and try and tell us the ins and outs of these deals. Romano, understand Arsenal are set to send opening bid for Madueke after agreement with the player on personal terms. Madueke is committed to a 5-year deal valid until June 2030, already approved by the players' camp. So yeah, we're working on him, people. We're working. Surely, man, just go and get Kudus, man, if there's any chance. In the last 24 hours, Chelsea inquired about Wanyeri's situation if there are issues over his contract at Arsenal. Chelsea have been telling people close to the player they will be ready to attack, but the ball is still in Arsenal's court. I mean, Wanyeri, I back you to play significantly at Chelsea, but on the face of it, there's a lot of players. You got Lavia, Caicedo, different midfielders, but they're there. The 10 row, you've got Palmer and Estalvio. It don't make sense. But fair play. Chelsea have inquired. Apparently, people, they're ready to attack. So if contract negotiations go wrong, they'll be involved. Court of Cider reporting Arsenal understood to have given Wanyeri reassurances on his game time. How to be a long-term future with the Gunners confident of retaining the midfielder. Arsenal remain in talks with Wanyeri over a new contract. The conversation is quite advanced, but the players' camp is looking for clarity on attacking signings, his position in game time next season, which you'd imagine they should do. Can we lie to them? It's one to watch, people. And apparently all big clubs in Europe on alert. Arsenal ready to make a bid of over 90 million for Rodrygo once the Club World Cup ends. A lot of the players put talks with Arsenal on standby until the tournament ends. El Nasser have held talks with Rodrygo, apparently. Intermediaries with direct mandate from Saudi clubs have been told in no uncertain terms that Rodrygo's preference is to move to the Premier League with Arsenal, his absolute priority. In case a deal can be struck with Real Madrid, Arsenal will have to pay well in excess of over 70 million to sign Rodrygo from Real Madrid, and possible competition from Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain could further increase the price. Again, we have heard Gyokeres is prepared to go on strike, but it don't even matter. It's happening. It's happening. What else we got? What? Sky Germany. Negotiations between Arsenal and Chelsea for Madueke are planned for next week after player gave the green light. Arsenal reached a full agreement, blah, blah, blah. The current price is 60 million euros. So what's that? 45 to 50. Didn't they spend that? I don't want to get copyrighted, but woo! Over the last 24 to 48 hours, Gyokeres told Sporting clearly that he wants to join Arsenal and that he will not turn up for training. Bad boy. Forcing moves. Forcing moves. Forcing moves. We can debate all day long who is the absolute priority. It's true that Arteta quite liked Sesko, but I was confident it was going to be Gyokeres because as a club, they also quite like him. And Leipzig/Sesko weren't being reasonable. Fuck them then. Safe. Get out of it. Shoot. Sesko, you're rubbish anyways. Shoot. Yes, I'm shameless. Shoot. Shoot. Come on, man. I don't know why I'm scrolling down. I'm trying to hope that Gyokeres is in London. We're ready to make an improved offer. Everybody is correlating the same thing, that we're about 10 million quid short, people. No one don't care about Sesko no more. I have covered this yesterday. No one don't care about Sesko no more, man. Real Madrid are open to selling Rodrygo and are prepared to sanction an exit at around 90 million euros. At this stage, Arsenal have only made preliminary inquiries, but their interest is genuine and active, and are now waiting for clarity on whether Rodrygo wants to leave. If he won't leave, move on. Arsenal are weighing up whether to add a high-profile left winger, a move that will likely require the exit of Martinelli or Trossard. Arsenal also appreciate Anthony Gordon and had looked into signing Nico Williams. I mean, you could go for him next year. Williams had. I wouldn't advise it because he just don't seem like he knows what he wants. 1 minute boss and this and that. Another option discussed is to sign right-sided cover for Saka and persist with Martinelli and Trossard. As a result, Arsenal have held initial talks with Madueke. You know, I hear that angle, but with some in the club's recruitment team inclined to advance talks, knowing he can play also on the left. Arsenal's interest in Rodrygo, Gordon and Madueke is separate to their expected pursuit of Eze. By God's grace, I hope it is. Cristiano Ronaldo's apparently told his current club to raid Real Madrid for Rodrygo. Come on, Rodrygo, you're not ready to go there yet. Trossard's being linked with a move to Saudi and Fenerbahce, by the way, folks. The hell is this? This is just a think piece. Oh, I still haven't finished that tactical video on Zubimendi. You lot turn on your notification bells. I'm halfway through it. I could even open Premiere Pro and show you lot. But yeah, soon land. Arsenal have had a bid for, I think, the Blackburn youngster Igor Tejon turned down. We made an offer of 1 million plus add-ons. It hasn't come to anything. We've held talks with Madueke. I'm not going to read that to you lot anymore. We clearly want to negotiate below Eze's release clause, which I hope can result in something. David Ornstein has spoken about him. And what else is there, man? Arsenal delegates travelled to Marbella last summer to meet with Real Sociedad, initially regarding Mikel Merino, but Edu Gasper and Jason Ito departed with an agreement in principle for both Martinelli, Merino, and Martin Zubimendi. Okay, great stuff. Thank you for that. Oh, man, can't believe these are the youths talking about Arsenal on them platforms there, brother. But anyways, thank you, Edu. He's going to pull a Nico Williams on you. I hope not. Burr is moving behind the scenes. You should be. You should be. This hand of Arsenal guy has been accurate for a lot of news, which is quite weird. Big up him. What is prime anymore? 26, 28, 30 was the players always look good, and we only saw him later. They're super late bloomers or late summer hotness. Militao, Perlo come to mind. Could you say Xavi? DG, for depth, we need to hijack and Buemo move. Can't play for Amarin. He'll get his Rolex stolen. I like Mbeumo, but he's gonna figure a lot more at United. I would have rather you don't know I'm a big fan of Mbeumo. I was championing that one. Bring in Firmino Lopez. Chelsea spent 110 more than Liverpool. How can these men move like this? Well, they got bread. I like Sesko, but I'm not gonna hate the guy who broke up with his girl for us. Exactly. Oh, you're moving to London, bro. I don't know how it works in Portugal, but there's nothing. Listen, trust me. You can go out there and do it. You. My niece just told me she loves me. Oh, been a good day. She said, love you, uncle. Okay, that's great. I'd rather Eze and Rodrygo over Madueke. I think we all would, but it is what it is. But yeah, there's enough girls in London for you, man. And Arteta's Arteta's the matchmaker. Is there any coincidence? As soon as these players, like every player is getting in relationships, every player is having kids, it's calm. Yeah, man. It's different. I'm a good uncle, mate. Good uncle. Spoil them. W unks, man. Spoil them. How much did I spend yesterday on a magazine? I think £6. Crazy, innit? Crazy, innit? Never again. I didn't used to do that for my nephew, but nieces, I got a soft spot, man. Ain't it funny? The players we persuaded last window said no, gave us trouble, and this season still gives us trouble. Berta made the right calls. Exactly. I'm not negative, just tired of not winning and hearing the same message at the end of the year. Arteta making the same moves. For me, I'm also happy to see we've pivoted because whether I like Gyokeres or Sesko, there's realities where if we just assume that neither one of either Sesko's the only striker that exists for us or Gyokeres is the only one that exists for us. There's periods where we chase these man for one reason or another, we don't sign them, and it's a we tried thing. I'm not on that. Just move on. That I even feel that way with Rodrygo. Would I want Rodrygo? 1,000,000%. But for me, get Gyokeres over the line. Get Eze, because if anything, Eze can play left wing, even if he's irrelevant from the pursuit there. And then I don't know who the other left winger would be, but whoever this other left winger that's also, because there must be a list of targets, go and tie up the loose ends for that so that we're chasing this Rodrygo thing down to the wire. Anything can happen. If we get in Bob's your uncle, we're laughing. If he's saying, oh, no, actually, I want to play at Real Madrid, we can move on. I want to go into next season feeling we're equipped, man. Gyokeres, Eze, Zubimendi is a 7.5 out of 10. You add Rodrygo, 8.5/9. I can't lie, I think we're doing too much. Whether it works or not, that is beyond our wildest dreams. If the club go and get Eze, Gyokeres, Zubimendi, and Rodrygo, that's 10 out of 10. We don't need to do the nitpicking thing. That is a 10 out of 10 window. Whether it all works or not, that is beyond our wildest dreams. And I think for Berta, boy, we all know Berta's not going to sleep a wink because there's also, we ain't really seen it per se, but there's got to be an element of, at some point, focusing on outgoings. Like in an ideal world, all these other signings fall into place before pre-season. Rodrygo carries on, probably spend a week or two, the Nelsons, Lokongas, Zinchenko's, etc., get out the door. Don't be so quick to overrate this Berta guy because athletic fans are happy to see him gone. They can be happy with whatever they want. Like, you're doing what you need to do here. If we get Rodrygo or even somebody like a Kudus to play on the left, do you think that is probably the best transfer window to have happened for us? I couldn't tell you a window. We kind of piggybanking off what we're going on. Couldn't tell you a window that's been better than that because you've addressed all the areas we need to address. Look at this guy. Smells like Seki again. Boy. Either way, mom. Just bring me some silverware. Love that. Don't go training, my guy. But that's what I would say with Sesko and Gyokeres. The deeper question: you see how these football clubs lie? Big up Ramsey. You see how these football clubs lie? You sign your new contract, which in Sesko's case, gentleman's agreement. Let's remove the cold-hearted evidence of you being able to leave for 60-odd billion quid. We're gonna gentleman's agree with you, like shake your hand. Sesko last season and see how it has to get to because the players are gonna be labeled the bad guy because this the Gyokeres thing is kind of gone ugly now. It's through no fault of his own. Whether he signs for Arsenal or elsewhere, this has to happen. Don't you think if he played towards the end of the season, all the speculation out the window, he would have signed already? Probably, but he still made 20, 30 appearances, and there were rumours he was injured. Guys are worried about Gyokeres' age. Aubameyang won the Golden Boot at 30, and we had Marino firing up top last season. I hear that, and I'm not saying it's not without cause, but you can't say we're ready to win now and then look at whether it works or not and say that the club are wrong for going for Gyokeres. 27 is not 97. Like, the guys think he's got arthritis or something. He can't run. I don't know. Wanjeri may not ideally want to come to us, but would you want him to stay under Arteta? Yes, I would. I love the green, red, and black jersey so much. Deluded. I hear it. Big up Sporting, man. Well, I mean, I don't know, but Kudus is a bit crazy for me turning down Chelsea, but maybe he reckons he's going to play a lot more. Gyokeres is a machine like Salah, built like steel. I mean, the only concerns over Gyokeres is, can you equate that form? If you score in the first 5 games in the Premier League, I told you we needed him. He's great. He's amazing. If he has a bit of a slow start, this is the Portuguese league, etc. And don't get it twisted. At some point, God forbid, if Gyokeres ends up like Darwin Núñez, you sign another striker at some point. Same way if we sign Sesko and it worked, great. If it don't, you still need to sign someone else. Because as much as we, how can I make it make sense? Like our scouting, our due diligence and all of that, at the end of the